We are on, I want to say day 6, maybe day 7 of this job. Yesterday we finished framing or sheathing the mechanical room. So there's one, here's 2, and then now today we're installing soffits. So we're putting some nice blocking in so it's supported. And yesterday, while we were doing the mechanical rooms, the other guys installed some doors for the actual bathrooms. So this is what the bathroom will kind of look like. Obviously a lot more bathroom-like. There'll be a toilet, sink, all your good stuff in here. So this will be either women or men's, and then this one will be women and men's as well. And there's 2 more over there. We finished all the soffit on the side, lined up the lines perfectly, as you can see. Very satisfying to look at. Maybe on this building too. So all we have left is just soffit on the ends, each end of each building. And then that'll be it for us today. Might not finish all 4 of them today, but we'll for sure get 1 or 2 done before the end of the day. Yeah, they look pretty good so far. JFH residents, we got roofers going, getting the roof shingled, ready to go. Got all the soffits done now. Light looks really good. Very satisfying to look at. And then in the bathrooms, we have some vent holes for plumbing vents. So then it doesn't smell like dookie in here. Now we got all of them done. As you can see, there's another. We just finished up doing this side right here. Another day, another $1. Just finished the day at Joel's doing the golf poo shacks, I guess. Today we did all the trim for the corners, on every single corner, on both buildings. And we added some flashing, as you can see right there, and right there. And then the guys just did some rough-ins for the plumbing. There's the vent so it doesn't smell in here. There's one. Here's another. And the water lines are all in as well. Looks good. Looks pretty good so far. Just gonna take some pictures, wrap up for the day, and then get out of here.
Alrighty, we are just pulling up to the golf course here. Just got a call from my excavator and he says that he's good to go, so I think he'll have his machine running and ready and raring to go if he's not already walking it over.
Already, this is froze still. Yeah. The only thing is, there might be a little bit of fucking stuff off the tracks. But
Yeah. Well,
they must have sweepers and everything here, eh?
I don't know. I would assume they do.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we got to do is...
Why can't we go this way? It's too much snow.
There's a bridge there.
Oh.
And my tracks, I will...
Too wider.
Whatchamacallit, push the fucking timbers.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
So I think what we do is go for a drive with our trucks, Like, hey, this big truck has to get there, right?
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, I don't really want them dumping a bunch of mud off their tracks and stuff on here, so probably best that we just load it up, roll it over a bit further. This is where we were talking we were supposed to go. We're supposed to run it along here and kind of follow this little path, but what he is saying is over there by that bench, it gets a little bit tight. He'd end up ruining something on the bridge there, so I think we're just gonna walk it over, or drive it over to this other end of the parking lot and take it in there. Probably better. He's just gonna unload the machine now. I'm gonna drive my truck over there and he's gonna follow me. I think it's easier that way, so. Skills of the trade, eh? Glenn's a pretty smooth operator. Not his first gig. So we want to place the washrooms. This is kind of a trail that I'm standing on here. So we want to place the washrooms just right off the trail here. So that's kind of what we're shooting for. Okie dokie, just pulling into the golf course here. Gonna check on our excavator and see if he's making any progress on this first hole that he's digging. Gonna just scoot on over, give you a view of where we gotta go. Not a ton of room to scoot through these. Just gonna put her in 4-wheel drive here so that I don't get stuck. Jeez. It looks like he may have already got this first hole taken care of. Must be already walking the cat over to the next hole. Well, that's good news. That didn't take him long. See, they got the dump truck here, so they must have dumped the sand in already too. Oh, that's some nice clay. I wouldn't mind some of that. Oh, let's go check it out. Wowzers. There she is. That's a deep hole. It's about 11 feet deep, I think. About 11 feet. That's how much clay we pulled out of there. So they're gonna take care of the cleaning up when we're all done here. So let's go scoot over to the other hole and see where they're doing. Is kind of on the opposite side of the golf course. So I'm wondering if we're not gonna catch them halfway on their way there. Tight squeeze trying to make it through the wood blocks here. All right, hole number 2. This is going a bit quicker actually than I thought it would, so that's kind of nice. Is this going to cause you a bunch of grief this summer, or what? You guys having to fix all this stuff?
No.
Or is that keeps it exciting?
Yeah.
All right, she's a busy day today. lots of progress on the bathrooms for the golf course here. Just heading back to the office, and we're building those bathrooms on site, as you know. The tanks, the water tanks for the fresh water that we need to use the toilets and everything that are going to be in these things are arriving. So we got one of them now. We got to hopefully see if it's going to actually fit in there. It's a really tight fit. The framers ended up framing the walls on the opposite side of the line that we had intended they do it, and now we're about 10 inches smaller of an opening that we have to fit these tanks in. So hopefully we'll see how it goes here. But yeah, boys are getting started. See how this goes. How's that going?
I think we probably maybe could have done it, but it's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Don't be crushed by this thing.
No doubt. Yeah. That's awesome. I just hope she fits in there. The truth will be known here shortly. Well, good morning. Today we are starting our day at the Leduc Golf Course. We are going to put in our screw piles today. I will show you how we made out with the putting the septic tanks in. We got that all done and backfilled. We'll still have to do a little more backfilling, of course, but once the ground settles. But yeah, this is where we're at here. Don't forget. So yeah, we got our tanks in here. This is the area. You can kind of see the perimeter that's sunk in here. Looks like a big grave site. That's the part that was excavated, and then we pulled our plumbing pipe into the kind of the back side of the building here, and that's what'll make the connection to the actual toilets. So yeah. Something you don't see very often. Joel Friesen Homes truck sitting by the green. So things are good. Today we're going to mark out the screw piles. So right in this area is where the building's going to sit. So right over top of this green stake, actually, or this green pipe. So yeah, the back of the building will be about here, and then the front will be about 5 feet from the road there. So we should be good.
Exciting.
Lindsay's gonna learn how to stake out today. She's super excited because it's her first day back after a long vacation.
Long vacation.
Yeah.
And it was warm where I was.
Yeah. Part-timer. So, all right. So here's what we're doing. We're marking out where our screw piles are gonna go. We have a building that is 8 feet by 20 feet, and it has skids down the sides of it, I guess, but they're brought in a couple inches, or 12 inches on either side. So first we're gonna first we put in our first orientation line. So this determines, it's just a string line, random. You run it long, let it be much longer than the building, and then you determine where you want the building on that string line. So anywhere 20 feet anywhere on this line. So we can use a pencil to mark it. I can measure from that pin because I kind of like where that is, but we'll get close to it and put a mark on it there so that we can use that as our string line, or as our orientation line. Then I took off of that, and I know my next skid is 65 1/4 inches apart, center to center. So I took and I hooked my tape measure on this line, pull it over to this line, and mark it 65 1/4. Those strings are pulled nice and tight, so I'm not pulling tight on it. So now I know that I got two lines that are close to parallel. They're not perfect, but they're close to parallel. So then the next step is we got to find where parallel is and where we want the building sitting. So we're going to mark our 20-foot line for the length of the building first. All right, so we made a little line on here with the pencil. That's where our end of our building is going to be. So we'll pound a stake in there now. Okay, and then we're going to go to our other one. Put a little, oh yeah, that's it there. I put a little chunk of stuff there so I could find it. So on the same side of the line, just going to try not to touch the line but get close to it. If you just dangle this thing, it's kind of the rebar, yeah, your stake kind of plums it, I guess. All right, so as I'm pounding it in, I'm bringing it over just to touch the line. All right, so we're nice and close to it. So now this stake and that stake over there, that's the length of our actual building. So that's sitting pretty good. This stake, I'm a little bit far away from the line. Just gonna bend it over a bit. There, now I can hook my tape measure on top of it. And now when I come to this side, when I swing my tape measure, I can see, so the measurement here I got is 65 1/2. If I swing my tape measure, it goes more. If I swing it back, it goes more. So I want to find the shortest measurement, 65 1/2. And that's where I want to put my next stake. And that'll be square with this side, or very square, very close to it. So I forgot a stake over there. You're going to have to grab me a stake.
I'll go get it.
Thank you. Okay, so again, I bumped this, just touching it, so it's not making it go out of whack. But I know now that I got a 90 degree here. So now I am going to measure off of this stake. No, I lied. I know that measurement is 20 feet. This measurement is 60, should be around that 65 and a bit. 65 1/4 is what it was. So I got those two measurements. Now I want to take we want to do the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I'm going to take my scientific calculator, and we're going to go a squared, so 20 feet. What is that in inches? 20 times 12. 2 times 12 is 240 inches. Oh, this is Troy. I got to take a call. Okay, so that length in inches, 20 feet is 240 inches. So we want 240 squared. So 240 squared plus 65.25 squared. A squared plus b squared equals c squared equals, so that's the measurement, and then we want to find the square root of that, so then we hit square root. So 61 857. Why did I put it into feet? I don't think I should have, or into inches. I should have kept it as feet. It'll be easier. Yeah. Press pause. We'll redo that. Diagonally.
Whoa. What
Actually,
big word do you
so that square root, a squared plus b squared. So we're figuring out
Which Lindsay figured out
yeah,
the
yeah.
math.
Good
Yes,
job.
Thank you.
Good job, Lindsay. Got to pat her on the back. So that's this length here, which is 65¼ inches, made into feet is 5.4 feet, and then the 20-foot long building.
Feet, yeah.
So that a squared plus b squared, and then that gives us our hypotenuse. It's the angle, for the long angle of the triangle. Gives us that. So now we can measure that, and once I mark that, then then we'll have a perfect square I can measure off of here. So,
Wow.
capiche?
So smart.